Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. Cancer, you were tuned in for the topic of new levels equal new devils, Cancer. And when I say new levels equal new devils, I'm talking about my Cancer collective is aspiring to new heights, greater heights, manifesting big things, right? You want more in your life. And when you want more, you encounter a new set of challenges in that arena. So I'm here to give you a preview of what 2026 is going to look like by way of each quarter with 4 decks. So the first quarter of 2026 is represented by January to March. The second quarter is from April to the end of June. The third quarter is from July to the end of September. And the fourth quarter is October all the way out to December. So I will be breaking down your message, pulling 5 cards from each of these decks, opening us up with a traditional tarot. I have a character oracle, the Kipper, as well as this inner wisdom deck. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Without further ado, let's get up into your message. As you can see, my view is a little different. I had some issues with the other view that I was using. It's about space. I really need to just break down and buy additional space, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, especially if there's a way around it. But you know, hey man, I'm just here to deliver a message, and I'm gonna do that by any means that I can. So for my new viewers, welcome to the channel. For my returning viewers, welcome back. I hope all is well with you guys. If you could, please go ahead and smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. All right, Cancer, let's see what new set of challenges are going to pop up in the first quarter of 2026 from January to March. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 5 cards, please, Spirit, for my Cancer collective. Two more cards, please, Spirit. All right, Cancer. You received for the first quarter, as it relates to new levels, new devils. For the first quarter, you received the King of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles. While I was shuffling, all I heard was love. And some people be to tell you. I can't sing. That's not what I do. But I'm afraid I don't know how. But it's a possibility that you'll look at me differently. Love. Okay. Love might be a challenge for you in the first quarter of 2026. Cancer, and I don't know why. Why are you challenged by love? This is a Cancer who wants to hide their feelings and hold back how they really feel about a new relationship. Yeah, you're in your feels, Cancer, about someone. This is puppy love that you're very excited about. Someone really brings out the best in you, and I'm picking up on you being a little nervous around it being too good to be true, right? So you're wanting to just wait it out, see how it goes, not get too excited, you know, and let that unfold naturally. But you are very being elusive a little bit with someone. You're playing like a cat and mouse game with them. So be careful with that, Cancer, because I know you may want to keep your cards close to the chest for the sake of protecting maybe your heart, but you could inadvertently push someone away. And then it creates a challenge for you, because then you have to work from this uphill battle of, my apologies, please, I really do love you. And then having to make someone an offer with this Ace of Coins of, wait, I'm sorry, listen, I didn't properly express myself to you. I didn't show you how solid I believe our union is, with this Ace of Coins and this Two of Cups, with this moon being here. Yeah, somebody is playing maybe a little too hard to get. Cancer, don't do it. Don't play that hard, because you could, like I said, push someone away. That is a nice equal balance in who is just brings, like I said, the best in you. They bring out the very best in you, Cancer. And this person is like almost like having a 4-leaf clover. You feel like they are, like I said, too good to be true, with this Wheel of Fortune being here. And because you feel that way, you may subconsciously start playing little games, doing shit tests is what I like to call them. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you could push someone away that is genuinely feeling you, Cancer. But as it relates to your challenges, I don't see anything too heavy or bad, if you will, for lack of better terms. Like I said, love and your emotions, and regulating your emotions, and not being swept away by the tide. And this is what I'm picking up on. Like, you may feel, Cancer, like, all right, I have a history of love bombing and going too fast into a relationship, or jumping in head over heels with someone. So because you know that you do that, you might be pumping the brakes 150%. You're going in the complete opposite direction as it relates to expressing how you feel with someone, when this person is actually worthy of that level of adoration and outpouring of love that you might have given to someone in the past that didn't deserve it. So just be aware that if a person is showing you something consistently, Cancer, don't have them on a hamster wheel of always having to prove to you that they are worth this solid effort and offer that you should make towards this relationship. So that is what I'm advised to give you as it relates to your first quarter message in 2026. Let's move on to the second quarter of 2026, which would be from April until the end of June. For my Cancer collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on. I need to get me some water after this, because I'm thirsty. A little parched. Let's see. That is not the right card. That don't even go with that deck. Uh-oh, Cancer, I mixed up my cards. I'm glad I caught that. I would have felt it. Like, wait a minute, something's wrong in the shuffle. All right, let's see. There we go. I knew something looked a little different. I think it's more in here too. Let me see. Yup. Long deck. Let's see if I can spot any more. Nope, I think I got them all. All right. You can never be too careful, Cancer. Somebody paying attention over here. All right, let's see. For the second quarter of 2026, for my Cancer collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yep, there's one more. One more. It felt off. Five cards, please, Spirit. 3 more cards for my Cancer collective. One more card. One more card. There we go. Okay. Now, this is about to be a very specific message, and if it don't apply, let it fly. This is not your message. Don't force it, but, and like I said, very, very specific. I'm picking up on a Cancer collective that might be going up underneath the knife, or is dealing with somebody who is going up underneath the knife for surgery, like to get certain things done to their body, to enhance their body. You know, what do they call them? BBLs and boob augmentations, you know, 6-pack installations. I don't know. It's plastic surgery is what this is giving. And somebody is like, don't do that. If you do that, that will end us. And this Cancer is like, I don't care. It's going to be the difference between my success. Somebody is believing that once they go through this plastic surgery, they will be more successful in whatever arena they're in. With you receive betrayal. I'm sorry, Cancer, I didn't read the cards. Betrayal, Doctor, Boss, King, and Stranger. Somebody, I'm picking up somebody who wants to change their physical outward appearance through surgery. And someone is not feeling that idea. But someone's like, I don't care. You know, those who make the money make the rules. And that's what I'm doing. I got the money to do it. I'm doing it. And somebody's not feeling that. Somebody is like, nah, I don't. Who are you? What do you mean you want to go up under the knife? Go to the gym. And it could be causing some major like fights between you and someone else, Cancer. Now, I know there was harmony and love and all that in the first 3 months, but going into the summer, there might be some conversations around surgery, and someone is like, what? What are you talking about? No, we're not doing that. You don't need to do that. I love you as you are. And there can be some contention around that. So if that's not your message, with betrayal, Doctor, Boss, King, and Stranger, someone could also be feeling as though a Cancer is choosing work over them. Yeah, they're choosing money and success over a relationship. They feel betrayed. You know, like I said, the first quarter of 2026, everything was great. It was the puppy love, honeymoon phase of the relationship. But going into the second quarter of the year, someone feels as though you feel as though someone is working too much and they're not giving you the attention, and they're on a power trip to some degree, and you don't like that, or somebody doesn't like it. Yeah, they may feel like you are working yourself too much and you're not caring for yourself. You're betraying yourself. This person loves you, Cancer. So they are saying this not selfishly for you to be or spend more time with them, to be with them. They're not saying it for that, just for that reason. They're coming down on you for your own self. Someone may be really applying pressure to you, Cancer, to go to the doctor, to take care of yourself. You're not being good to yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. And all you're thinking about is money, working, and you're practically a zombie on how you're running yourself in the hole. And because you are running yourself so hard like this, it could be causing some health issues, or it could exacerbate health issues, Cancer. So you really need to be mindful that people that are on you and pushing you to maybe stop, pause, and go to the doctor and make sure you're having your checkups and annual exams. For my ladies out there, mammograms. For my fellas out there, prostate exams. Somebody might be trying to avoid that through work. Oh, I gotta work, I got this trip, I got that trip, and they're using work to avoid going to see the doctor, because you may not want to do it. You like, no, that's gonna make me uncomfortable. You need to. That's a challenge. Yes, it may be something that you have to wrap your brain around, Cancer, that your life is evolving in such a way that you might have to slow down and you don't want to. And you're trying to buck the system. But, you know, the bull shall bear the yoke, Cancer. Don't have a yoke around your neck now because you need it to be brought under submission. Even the bull shall bear the yoke. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. So don't be that stubborn that you drive yourself into the hole. And I'm really picking up on that person that came into the year with you in the first quarter, that was aligned so perfectly, that you were trying to hold back your energy from, that really is almost like a perfect fit for you, Cancer. They are on you too about taking care of yourself. And you're like, nah, whatever. And you're acting like you don't want to listen. All right, now this could be strike two, Cancer. The first one was you trying to hold back how you truly felt about this person. And now here it is, you not listening to them when they're trying to advise you from a position of love for your own self and for your own betterment, Cancer. So the challenge in the second quarter of 2026 for my Cancer collective seems like you being a little stubborn and hard-headed, Cancer, and not listening to people who love you. All right, let's see, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the third quarter of 2026. What do we have as it relates to some challenges for my Cancer collective? And the third quarter is from July until the end of September. All right, Cancer, let's see. Hard head, make a soft behind is what I just heard in my head, you know. Don't be hard-headed. You find out the hard way, Cancer. So, don't shoot the messenger. I just gotta call it like I see it. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus for the third quarter of 2026 for my Cancer collective. And I'm a Cancer rising, so some of this kind of resonates with me as well. I'm sitting here thinking about myself in relation to this message, so I'm going to take some of my own advice. How about that? If I can dish it, I can take it. Main male is me. Spirit said amen. Yes, ma'am. The main male is the person receiving the reading. And I just said I'm a Cancer rising. So that's myself as well. Mature. I'm mature enough to recognize, and so are you, Cancer. Or you seem like you will be. That some people care about you, and you need to take heed to some of these messages. 3 more cards, please, for my Cancers. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. 2 more cards. Last card, Spirit. All right, here we go, Cancer. I like it. So for the third quarter, which is represented by from July to the end of September, you received main male, mature woman, lovers, pathway, and concern in reverse. So this really looks like by the third quarter of 2026, you do take heed to those around you, advising you to relax, take your time, smell the flowers, right? With pathway and lovers being here, someone definitely gets you to wake up and see that you need to slow down, right? And when you do so, concern is in reverse. You have no concern at this point. And you're able to breathe a little easier. So as it relates to the new set of challenges that you may be faced with in the third quarter of 2026, I don't really see too many outside of you may struggle with dipping back to old ways. You know, you might be tempted to at least peek back and take a look back into what's going on in your old world, or at the old speed that you used to move. You might reminisce a lot. You might be in your head a lot. You know, while you actively decide to take heed to the message and slow down and do what's necessary to get the appropriate assistance, whether it be going to the doctor or even allowing someone to do their thing, right? Because remember, I picked up on a Cancer who possibly wasn't in favor of someone choosing plastic surgery, right? And you just decide, whatever, it's their life. Let them do what they want to do. And you decide to love them despite you not being in agreement with some of their decisions around how they choose to express themselves in this world, I'll just say, right? And there's a level of acceptance here with these butterflies on this pathway. That's some just allowing things to be. Que sera, sera is the energy I'm picking up on. You love this person enough to say, I don't care what they do. I don't care. As long as they're there, you know. And yeah, this is nice with this pairing of main male and mature female. Somebody grows up and evolves as it relates to their emotional expression. Good job, Cancer. So the third quarter of 2026, it might be real lovely, it seems, for my Cancer collective. So let's see how you close out 2026 from October to December for my Cancer collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you haven't done so already, Cancer, please go ahead and smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. Let's see how you are going to close out 2026 as it relates to any challenges that may pop up for you. So for the third quarter, it really looked like the challenge was the elevation itself. Like, I'm picking up on an airplane that has to go to that next level. You know, there's just a little bit of turbulence, but nothing too crazy. Nothing anyone can't handle. Just to accelerate to get to that next level so that they can move at the speed that they need to. It's a transition. The transition has its own level of turbulence, but it's not really felt. It's like a blip in the radar to some degree. Little bump, but nobody is fazed by it, is what I got for the third quarter for my Cancer collective. And if it's not your message, don't force it. You know, if it don't apply, let it fly, is what I like to say, Cancer. But let's see what is going on for the last quarter of my Cancer collective. Two more cards, please. There we go. One more card for my Cancer collective. What do we have to close out 2026? All right, Cancer. So you receive honesty, confidence, conqueror, be realistic, and love yourself. So for the last 3 months of 2026, it's looking like when you elevate to that next level, it opens up a door of confidence inside of you where you are able to reflect on what you've achieved, what you've overcome, and it allows you to be realistic with yourself, right? And for you to truly love yourself from a place of honesty and not with rose-colored glasses, I'll say. We tend to do that. We want to see what we want to see. We want to hear what we want to hear, especially when it comes to ourselves. It can be challenging to look in the mirror, and it really feels like you are starting to look in the mirror. You see what and who you are. You see both sides of yourself. You see the good and the bad inside of you, and you've accepted it. You're realistic about who you are. Like your third eye and your inner wisdom is going to open up in the last part of 2026 in such a way that your love for yourself is going to exude from the inside out. And it may make some people jealous. It's going to make some people upset. Like, who Cancer think they are? What makes them think they can be that damn happy? it's another sign. I can't remember who it was. I let them know that people thrive in toxic mess. They love it. Whether they want to admit it or not, a lot of people cannot do anything without a fight, an argument, a debate, a problem, something to complain about. If you don't got something to complain about, we ain't got nothing to talk about with certain people, right? And Cancer is not going to be operating around those individuals. They don't want nothing to do with them, and they might even call them out on it, like, "Oh, you all right with yourself? Because I'm all right with myself." And I don't think that's normal for people that love themselves to speak like that or to behave this way. You know what I mean? Because Cancer reaches a certain level of honesty within inside themselves that they don't, especially if you're in Cancer circle. If you're in Cancer circle and you love Cancer and Cancer loves you, they damn sure are going to speak to something not being right. And cross watcher, you should be able to receive that with grace and love yourself. So but more specifically, even going back to that very unique message around someone wanting, you see Huey trying to get my attention. He wants some attention. Someone going under the knife for plastic surgery. You, Cancer, could be preaching a message of confidence and someone to love their self so that they don't do that all the way into the end of the year. And you may conquer, and not conquer, but you may get them to see that you are correct in you telling them to love themselves and not go under their knife. Again, very unique message there. But just be realistic about what you can do, change, and correct, Cancer. No more, no less. No more, no less. Right? Because once you get to this point of honesty, self-reflection, self-awareness, and self-love, it becomes sky's the limit from there. The sky opens up, right? And like I said, that makes some people uncomfortable. And they may come to you wanting to know how you have overcome certain things. And that might be an annoyance to you too, when you might just want to be left alone. You may not want to write a book about your experience. You just want to move on past it and that be that. And you're finding that people are somehow, some way catching wind of what you've been through, and they want to hear more about it, and you don't want to tell them. Because I'm not picking up on a lot of jealousy for my Cancer collective. I'm picking up on people wanting to know more about Cancer, but Cancer not wanting to give that level of access out of fear of being hurt, and just a defense mechanism on how to protect themselves from being burnt or taken advantage of, whatever the case may be. You know what it is, Cancer. But that is your message. I hope that it helps, and until next time, peace.